Hello gamers and geeks, and welcome to another D&D session. I'm Anthony, I'm the DM, and I run games of Dungeons and Dragons on the Games and Geekery Discord server. Today we are running Twisted Tales of the Spire. And yes, Talion, I forgot to tell you that you will need to level up to level 14. Sorry. Talion's back! Yay! But yeah, we're on the 42nd episode of Twisted Tales of the Spire. Would the players like to introduce their characters? For those who have not been keeping up.
Oh.
Go on.
Hello. Playing Yvette, as they usually do. Sorry, I completely lost my train of thought.
Do you want us to come back to you?
Yeah, it's the barbarian rogue mix.
Barbarian rogue vampire.
Yeah.
The new high queen of the whole fire, right?
I was gonna mention something quippy and phony, but I couldn't think of something.
Your brain isn't functioning well enough to do that yet. I understand.
No, I blundered.
I blended.
Right. Yeah. I'm Pietro Gerson, an oil-based plasmoid creation bard, clockwork soul sorcerer. And just helped a friend basically welcome back to life.
Yes. Okay. Who next?
I next. I am playing Robin Aberthing. He is Kruthic Bugman. He is Rogue Warlock.
Yes. And that leaves Talion and Diamante. Who wants to go next?
Right, sorry. I am the artist formerly known as Dante. I haven't really been introduced, so I'm going to save that for the actual game. But yeah, okay. I am here.
Fair enough.
Yeah, we didn't get to the names part, so I'll wait on that.
Okie dokie. And last but not least, Talion.
I'm Talion. I'm a half-elf rogue fighter.
Uh-huh. Okay. So, what happened last time we played?
You go.
I believe once we figured out we required more information that was locked away to Dante's prior life. We went back to the temple. We went up to where Yvette was to...
Yeah, you went back to the mansion. Yes.
Yeah.
And to beg Yvette for money, basically.
Yeah. Although, while waiting to, plead our case, we discovered what was basically an ancient vampire stuck in a jar.
I think that was after you started you met up in a private room with Yvette, and during that conversation, one of you realized, I think it was you, Pietro, discovered that there was a brick protruding from the cellar wall, and when you fiddled with it, you realized it was a switch that gave you access to a secret vault of stuff.
Yeah, I think Pietro literally touched it and it crumbled. touched it and it opened.
Yeah.
Turns out it was a little sensitive.
And yeah, so there was a bunch of treasure in there, including more than enough gold and gems to buy a resurrection spell. But also, like you said, a vampire's head in a box. What did you do to the vampire's head in a box?
Well, we tried figuring out what we could, and until we discovered a little too late that the vampire, that opening up the jar basically released a vampire.
Yes.
But thankfully we were able to beat it down. And out of anything, Robin basically was able to put the remaining ash into the ash afterwards back into the jar and basically turned them into a holy soup.
Yeah, you added holy water to the ashes of the head, and
Well, I mean, we didn't do that yet, but that was the goal.
oh, because you haven't made the holy water yet.
Yeah. No, we haven't gotten back yet.
Ah.
We had to get the holy water because one of the ingredients for the spell.
Yeah, we basically passed that.
All right then.
We kind of yarded the end part.
But yes, so and then armed with the gemstones and the spell scroll, what did you do then?
Pietro casted it, and Don, and before that, he recorded his experience up to that point too. So when he was resurrected, he went off to basically replay his own memory to himself to be able to remember, what the hell happened post death.
Yes. Okay. And is that where we left it, with you in Dante's little hideout?
Yeah, but at least on the way to it.
Okay.
Yeah, on the way to it, yeah.
Yep.
Root. And fuck it. Well, let's make this really simple. While you are on your way, you bump into Talion, and you haven't seen him again since the big fight. He got lost in the confusion, but you just bump into him. You have no idea what he's been up to since, but he looks like he's seen some shit. Talion, what would you say when you bump back into the party?
Oh, hi guys. Where have you been?
Yeah.
Is he a friend of yours, Snotball?
So, yeah, of course, Pietro isn't very impressed with being called Snotball. But, this is that's Talion. He's actually one of our friends.
Helped you overthrow the
And of
vampires.
course, yeah, helped us overthrow the vampires. And and Talion, from the last time you saw Pietro's got what looks like strange red marks around his face.
Okay.
I don't know. That's been a detail since
I think he
the integration of Sword.
Yes, which is
So
why
he's green with red marks.
I think you already had that when he saw you last. But anyway.
Fair enough. Yeah. Anyway, yeah.
Yep.
Bloody Snotball.
Red skull tattoos.
Yeah.
I was gonna make a Red Hood joke, but that works too.
It's no reference to Joseph Dyson, you know, the one with the domain expansion stuff.
I'm sorry, what?
Jujutsu Kaisen?
What?
Yeah,
I can't
Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah,
Sakuna.
basically this guy.
Yeah. Sakuna lines.
You know, those kind of markings on the face.
I don't know the language you're talking about. Hey, Jeff.
They're talking about Jujutsu Kaisen.
Okay.
yes.
That.
Bad
Jujutsu
game.
Kaisen, Ryuji Itadori.
Okay.
Basically those kind of lines that indicate that something's in there.
Fun. Anyway. You also hear people.
Anyway.
Mm-hmm. You would Robin be with the party? Not yet, no, because you're still down at the bottom.
Thought so. Maybe you wrote this. Oh, oops.
Yeah, so you're heading. Is there anything else you want to do on the way now that you've got Talion in tow, or do you want to get a message to Robin somehow?
Yeah, so it's like, so what have you been up to since we lost contact?
Talion, what have you been up to since you lost contact?
Soul searching.
Nice.
So, is that like actually searching for a soul, or?
You'll find out.
That's ominous.
Yeah, to be fair, Pietro wouldn't really understand what you mean by soul search.
You'll find out.
Okay. So, does anybody have a way to? Does anybody have a familiar or anything? Remind me. A way to. I mean, I suppose you could. Go on.
I believe Robin Everything has a familiar.
Yeah, but Robin's not with you. What I'm trying to figure out is a way for you to get a message to Robin.
Robin
I mean, I
has his
feel at
spider.
some point Robin would just come up once he's done digging.
Yeah, Robin has a spider, which he can use.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll just use the communication function between the retrievers.
Also, the retrievers are good at finding people.
Yep. All right. So yeah, you get a little bit. People are a little bit startled about this Kruthic riding a spider, because you know that's still a problem.
But what's the problem? The Kruthic or the giant spider?
Both. Now, what was I going to say? Before the spider with a Kruthic on its back showed up, you would have heard people talking about strangers arriving from outside, and it's rumors that one of them is a vampire.
Yeah, Pietro is basically massaging his temples like, oh wait, I thought we didn't have to deal with vampires again.
Yvette?
Hello, sorry?
Okay, so Yvette's been off in their own little world and had no idea what was happening.
I kind of.
I thought you was really dealing with the poor people.
Yeah, I imagine she's been a bit distracted, between the last session.
Fair enough. So, not even the fact that you overhear people talking about a new vampire arriving would snap you out of your reverie?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
How would you respond to overhearing this?
She'd probably do her best to figure out a bunch of more information and probably go find the party, you know?
Well, you're with the party. The party are traveling together.
Alright.
Walking through one of the city levels. And you'd overhear people talking about a vampire, and you said you'd do anything to find out more information. So does that mean you're going to stride up to said peasant and begin interrogating them?
Yeah, so,
Alright, how would that go down?
Sorry, I just,
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Are
you guys...
Are you too
do something
distracted from something? Like, is there something going on in real life that's distracting you from the game?
Yeah, sorry. Just somebody texted me real quick.
Okay. I'll let you deal with that, and I'll come back to you.
Yeah, just to come back to me. I'm sorry.
Okay. So... Alright, so you overhear these rumours, and Yvette's ears would prick up, but before she gets a chance to interrogate them and ask them more questions, she might even be beginning to stride over there. That's when the spider would come climbing out of the hole through the middle of the spire, and Robin would say what to the party as everybody runs away screaming. Go on.
There you are. I was looking for you for ages. God, you're nearly as slippery as me.
Now, if I'm thinking correctly, Dante would be just as shocked as most of the citizens, yes? I
mean, if he addresses us in a friendly manner, I would literally assume he's a friend of the snot balls.
Question: have any of the party thought to actually introduce themselves to new Dante and tell them who they are and what, or anything?
Yeah, Pietro did when he resurrected.
Okay.
You know,
so he does know your name is Pietro.
Yeah, not alarm, and I imagine Pietro has a really expression when being called snotball.
Hey there, Migro. Thanks for watching. Alright, so, continue your conversation.
I was looking for you for ages. Where are you? Wait, I mean, you're clearly here. Jesus, you're slippery. Oh, and would Dante look different?
Probably healthier.
Yeah, I mean, he's still technically wearing the shabby clothes because he hasn't had time to change.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, his appearance is different than what you're used to. So he probably wouldn't even look like Dante, honestly. But you know he was changing his form to get around the Church of Resurrection, so you might just assume that is Dante.
The mission successful.
Anyway, what you been doing? I tell you what, it's smelly down there. It's not that you don't want to be digging in that shite.
Some of it, literally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't want to be digging down there either.
Talion looks different too.
Robin has yet to meet Talion. Who's the new guy?
Oh, this is Talion. He's an old friend of ours.
An old friend.
Helped us storm the
Sanguinite Mansion.
vampire. The Sanguinite Mansion.
Yeah.
For this new person, a handshake.
So Talion, you would just walk up to this Kruthic and shake its hand?
Yeah.
Even though it's talking in your head?
Why not?
Alright.
Robin would reach out his
faith.
bottom right hand.
Bottom right hand.
Yes.
You can have one of my rib arms. Alright. Alright. So, party reunited, you just continue on your way together, just fall in step with everybody else, see where you end up, or are you gonna ask some questions about what's going on?
Well, my hideout, so I don't know what everybody else is doing.
Right. You're continuing with your hideout. Go on.
Where we're going anyway, so it'll just follow.
Okay. So, I'm assuming your hideout is one of the wall rooms, the ones that are behind a control panel. And
no, like I mentioned, it's on one of the lower levels, like more. Basically like a deserted area.
Okay. Cool.
Due to certain rumors that keep people away from it, which may or may not have been started by me.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking while we're moving along, it's like, so, Yvette, we have any idea how we're going to be handling some of the more dangerous jobs?
What do you mean?
Don't think the guards will be able to handle all the ghouls.
Yeah, that's why we have the robots.
Yeah.
You do know there is still the option of bringing in clones to basically help mop up.
No, if that's what you're getting to, no.
Alright.
So you're suggesting you just absorb
Just trying to be
absorb the ghoulish biomass?
More like Pietro sending the copies because they're expendable. Meaning if they end up dying, the Spire isn't less protected.
Okay.
I don't think the ghouls will, I don't think the ghouls are going to be able to kill a retriever. At least if we send a few in there as well.
But the retrievers are way too big to fit in the air vents.
Yeah, that's true. I guess we don't really have much of a choice. In that case.
Mm-hmm.
And we should probably be looking more for that engine, I think. That way we can, go on with our master plan.
Blaster Man.
Right. Right. Then that leads to the question. Obviously, I'm thinking with this one, like, this part, talking inside the head, so, no eavesdropping.
Mm-hmm.
How do we get around? Like, do we have any idea where the rest of the parts are?
Well, yes, thanks to the map that Robin has.
Oh, we have a map that Robin has.
Yeah, but I thought the map showed where the missing pieces go. It didn't show specifically where they're at.
True.
Exactly.
I mean, at least we know what's missing.
It's being sorted. You needn't worry about that. Well, obviously it'd be helpful, but I've gotten some help enlisted.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah.
As you continue making your way down through the levels, you hear a screaming, and a group of 3 Kruthiks come scurrying out of some person's house. A device of some kind clutched to the chest of one of them.
With my passive perception of 21, does it look like an important part? Does it look like one of the parts on the map?
It does look like one of the pieces that you're looking for, yes.
And yeah, Pietro's like, oh, son of a... And obviously Pietro is darting after him.
Robin?
Because,
Robin's just going to roll his eyes and say, they are helping. They are getting all of them, and chances are they'll take it to the right place.
There seems to be a lot more of you guys than I remember.
You hear a child crying within the house. Mommy! Wake up, Mommy!
Are you at least telling them not to use people as attacks in the process?
Yeah, I mean, how else?
How else what?
Or we not?
I'm sorry, I only caught part of that, because I don't know if it's your audio or you just only use partial sentences, but... What were you trying to say?
I'm a little confused too.
Do you want the parts or not? And he's saying Pietro.
Do you want the parts or not? Okay.
Of course we need the parts, but...
Of course we need the parts, but...
I think at some point we...
Basically, if you got a problem with the way he's doing stuff, tough shit.
And figure...
Your audio's having a glitch
at some point we do need to sit down and figure out the future of the Spire. Oh, god damn it! Hello!
Hello!
Now.
We can hear you now, yes.
Hi.
Yeah.
Oh, fine, God.
Glitchy for everybody.
Okay, yeah. Once again...
We've got to figure out the future of the Spire.
At some point, we're going to have to sit down and figure out the future of the Spire.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll get to that part.
So, are you just going to keep on walking?
I'm going to go ahead and roll insight on...
I don't think Talian's conscious will let him.
Yeah, I think we've been in that situation enough times to figure out that somebody calling for help isn't always somebody calling for help. So I'll roll insight too.
But Talian's just heading
I
towards
have
the
no
house.
reason to stop.
You have no reason to stop. You don't give a shit. Okay.
Logic of.
I guess I can roll
Yeah.
inside as well.
Pietro and Yvette both think it's a trap.
I'm just gonna assume it's genuine. That's probably the safe bet. If I can't tell.
I just said, do you think it's a trap? Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Hello.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah,
Pietro and Yvette
yeah,
are both suspicious. Yes. You think this is sus? But Talian, what did you roll? Because you've got a passive of 10. So, what side of 10 would your roll land on? Exclamation R space D20, please.
I was about to ask the command.
11. Perfect. Alright. So to you, it seems fairly obvious that the Kruthix busted, killed anyone that was in their way, and left with the engine part, completely oblivious to the fact that they were orphaning the child in the process. And so yeah, there is a child in distress in this building.
Guys, let's go check that out.
Could be a trap.
I don't think it is.
Alright.
Alright. It's on you.
Yeah.
It's on you if we get jumped.
I'll take that. I'll take that.
Okay. So, you go in and you find this in this disheveled little hovel. A little kid trying to shake awake their mother, who is laying dead on the floor. It's pretty obvious she's dead because of the injuries that she sustained from the Kruthix, but the kid's clearly in denial. Those aren't, sausages in bolognese sauce that are spilled out all over the floor.
Oh my god, they gutted them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like...
Can you make mommy better?
It's like
Fix my mommy.
Do we have a cleric in the party?
She's just like completely heartbroken. Like the scene in front of her.
You do not have a cleric in the party, but I'm pretty sure not even a cleric can embowel somebody.
Yeah, Pietro's like, I mean, I know a way to help, but I think that would cause more distress than would really help.
Are you planning on absorbing the body and creating a version of the mother from the memories you have absorbed, and basically have the kid be raised by a copy of you?
Yeah.
I don't know. Pietro's pointing out the suggestion of I could try something, but I think it would do more harm than good.
Please help my mommy.
Mm-hmm.
He looks to the party. Do you want me to do it, or?
You could also just put the kid out of their misery.
Fine, if you think it'll help. But if it doesn't, then don't.
If it turns out not to help, then make sure you don't do it in the first place.
How
Well, I mean, she's saying if you don't think it's going to help, don't do it, you know?
Oh, okay.
How sure are you that this is going to work?
Well, I can technically make a copy from what's remaining, but obviously this has been discussed inside their heads. But I imagine the sight of our parents being consumed and then
Her mother.
having copies made of them would probably do a lot more damage.
Yeah, but you could always, like, take the girl to one side and comfort her while you're operating on her mother to make her better.
I vote we let the
Yeah.
dead lie.
We could.
I know this is cruel, but I vote we let the dead lie.
Let the dead stay dead?
Yes.
And the kid just fend for itself? Or are you suggesting that you adopt...
Yeah, that's not gonna just let the kid fend for
Italian?
itself.
Italian?
No.
Are you going to
No.
adopt the kid and raise it in your raise it from with guidance from your,
I mean, Yvette might
mentor?
if Italian doesn't.
Out of character, I was 100% considering that.
All right. So, does Yvette want to make herself her own little Claudia, or does Talion want an apprentice?
I mean, if Talion wants to do it, Yvette will let her. I mean, like, it's just like I just want to.
Talion will do it.
All right.
Yeah.
So,
Just try to comfort the kid.
so what are you going to say to the girl?
Give me a minute. That meme caught me off guard.
Sorry, just the idea of Yvette adopting the child made me think of that movie.
Like I think she definitely wants to, like, I don't know if she'd see that as like an atonement of some of the things that she's done in the past with other people. But I mean, since she's got a lot more access to blood now, I think she can control her urges a lot better.
Fair enough.
I call BS, but if you want to help, you can.
No, dude, you do it. I mean, I've gotten a lot of. I mean, like, this is just mainly because I want to give other people a chance to shine.
Shine bright like a diamond. Okay, so Talion, you are gonna have to convince this little girl that the mother is dead, but you're gonna look after her now. It's gonna require some persuasion, which for you is a D20 plus 2.
Yeah.
You can always ask for help.
It really does. Yeah, it really does. The same way
Yeah, I'll probably take any help I can get on this one.
So, somebody... Is Pietro going to be standing there, like, teeing you up to saying how great of a father figure you are? Basically?
No, he's going to help me break the news in the easiest way possible.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Alright then, I will roll this.
No, you don't need to roll anything, but Talion can roll with advantage.
Alright. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it.
So you just put it's a exclamation R space D20 plus 2 space ADV. Enter. There we go. She's really gone.
Ooh,
It's not
that
fair.
looks good. Just, yeah.
It's not fair.
It's
From the kid's perspective, crew thinks murder parents. A group of 5 strangers walk into the room. The group proceeds to just stand around. They seem to be communicating no sound. No sound. Stranger tries to adopt them. Indeed. Yeah, this is very weird.
yeah. And yeah.
Yeah, actually, that's a good point. You know, Yvette would probably ask, do you have any other relatives? Any uncles, aunts?
Do you have any other
Anyone?
faith?
Daddy's been away at work.
What does he do for work?
He works on the machines. We haven't seen him in a while.
Mm. How long?
Yeah.
My thoughts is please don't be.
Please don't be.
Please don't be. Please don't be 2 weeks. Please don't be 2 weeks. That's how Pietro is.
Well, the last couple of church days we had to go without him.
Might I ask, which church?
We were in the church of resurrection.
Yeah, at this moment, Pietro is not able to hide the sinking feeling of, oh shit.
Oh god.
Well, I don't think the dad's coming back.
No, why not?
Well, I'm sorry, I'm saying that out of character.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think he left with
What-
milk. or
No,
for the milk.
not quite. Not quite.
He became an ooze and decided to muck up the spire.
He got mangled in the gears and the oil got brought to life. Yes.
Would this stir anything from that connection?
Would what?
Would that stir anything in Pietro?
Bit more. Like,
Make a history check.
yeah.
And personality switch or
Yep. You got a lot of different personalities in there now.
yeah. 13.
You do vaguely remember this girl. Her name is Brienne. Now that you think of it, you remember the mother too. So she does not look very good right now.
She's looked better.
She's looked way better.
Seen better days.
Seen better days. Indeed. You find yourself feeling a pang of grief, looking at the woman who was probably, at one point, your wife.
Yeah, and I imagine through this, Pietro is unconsciously shape-shifting into the worker.
Yeah.
Daddy?
Oh, that's fucked up.
Oh,
Yeah, Yvette's probably just watching this with shock and horror. Not really sure what to think of this. Like, does she stop this? Does she do something else?
remind me of the name that you said, Anthony?
Brienne.
It's like, I'm sorry, Brienne.
Brienne, like that. Brienne.
I'm sorry, Brienne.
Daddy! And she hugs you.
Of course, Pietro would, of course, quickly put on top the layer thing to stop her from being absorbed.
Why are you goopy?
Daddy had an accident in the gears.
What do you mean?
For some reason, just
The gears turn you to jelly? What? Is that why you were jelly man?
Yeah. Of course, Pietro wouldn't know how to put about traumatizing her.
I got crushed and then I got brought back, you know, this typical Tuesday.
The gears ground my bones to absolute mush. And then the oil absorbed me.
I'm saying.
Consuming my memories and bringing me and making me like this. Since then, I've absorbed hundreds of people and made their minds part of my collective consciousness.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. It's like, I do know somewhere you can go, but
I want to go with you, Daddy.
Yeah.
oh,
I want to be with you. Don't leave me here on my own.
don't worry, you won't. I know somewhere you can go that has more me's.
What?
Yvette's just shaking her head like, bad idea. Don't do that.
I'm saying mentally, why don't we just keep her with us?
I
Yeah.
can
Pietro,
arrange something.
Pietro, you could bring her really close if you wanted to.
Yeah, Pietro doesn't want to do. Obviously, it's the fatherly instinct not wanting to do that to her.
Closer than ever.
I can arrange something at the manor for her in order to stay safe.
So Yvette is proposing making her a palace servant.
No, I mean as a temporary guest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's there.
I still
Yeah.
prefer she just stay with us at this point.
Talion is suggesting just keeping her with you.
Yeah, I'm sure that can't go wrong. Us just casually fighting demons with a child.
I don't believe it would be wise to bring her with us when we're doing these kinds of things.
How?
Hmm?
Yeah. We.
Might be a bit late to avoid trauma, yeah. A little bit.
A wee bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, like it's like, I'm sorry, I didn't show up sooner. I had to figure out who I was.
Yeah.
Mommy said you were doing overtime.
Is this bringing back further memories?
No, you just get the impression that your mum that she was covering for you. Like she didn't want to tell Brienne that you were probably dead, so she just claimed you were working overtime.
Yeah, it was.
All right. Are you gonna come live with me?
See here.
Well, did you want to get into both sides of it?
Italian the Bold is typing.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure how to. I'm not quite sure how to put it because, on the one hand, the fatherly side of the personality would want to take care of her, but
you could.
The rest of the side would be incredibly dangerous.
You left me here with horrible BI. What does that mean, Jeff?
What are you talking about?
In the live chat, sorry. Anyway, so there is there is a way you could leave somebody here to look after her, Pietro.
I know, and yeah,
and continue your adventures without having to harm her. There's plenty of biomass on the floor.
I know a way. I know a way to be able to take care of you. But
I bet, yeah.
I need you to look away for a moment.
Why, Daddy?
Italian's gonna speak up. How long has it been since you've had something to eat?
I don't know.
Why don't we go take care of that?
Okay.
And I'm going to lead her to wherever
The kitchen area is, yeah. Smart. Yeah. Okay, so you take Brienne, and in the meantime, Pietro, you're gonna glump the mother's body.
Of course, taking off the extra layer. It's like, Pierce's like, oh, is this what a pit in your stomach feels like?
That's what a wife in your stomach feels like.
No, you get what I mean, like before.
I do, sorry.
Like, fuck, is this what a pit in your stomach feels like?
I mean, you could recreate your wife from what you remember of her.
And from the memories you're absorbing in her still probably
not the best idea.
She's just died, so her brain might still have a few neurons firing.
And I glob down, absorb the mass,
absorbing all of it. Spilled blood and all. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. You see Pietro absorb the woman who was probably his late wife. Or at least one of his personality's late wife. Doubling in size as he absorbs the biomass. And then, presumably, splits again.
Yep.
Are you going to be... is the split going to be her or...
Probably her, because she would have more because that would still retain original personality.
Right. So you're gonna try and faithfully reproduce her mother as possible.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and of course, and of course, the form would mold itself as best as it can from, what was absorbed.
Do you remember what you found out your real name had been? What the worker's name had been?
I think we did at one point.
Pietro, did you write it down?
I believe I did, but
not on your character sheet.
Shit. I believe Gary something.
All right, we can go with that. If any fans know what it actually is and it's not Gary, let us know.
That sounds about right.
That sounds about right to me too. So, as you reform this woman as faithfully as you can, she looks at you and says, "Gary, what happened to you? What happened to me? Where's Brienne?"
She's all right. She's still alive. I pushed in the gears.
I know. They told me. I didn't want to tell Brienne. How are you here? What happened?
Something strange
in the neighborhood.
And something brought me back as this.
Why didn't you come back to us?
I couldn't remember.
Old name for wardrobes.
I can only remember bits and pieces. Why I didn't think to absorb what was there at the time. I never know.
Well,
I wonder he pieced it back together from pieces.
What matters is you're back with us now. Who are your friends?
Oh, they're companions. I met them along the way of being like this.
But if you put, it looks like it's
okay
against the wall.
Well,
I'm hoping there was enough left of you that I should be able to recreate as much as I can of you.
You mean there might be? What do you mean recreate? What have you done to me? Gary,
I absorbed you into myself. I'm able to recreate things.
You rebuilt me?
Yes.
Am I like you now? She says, looking at her hand, and
yes. Unfortunately.
No. What's that going to mean for Brienne? Is she safe around us?
Yes. I have discovered how to be able to create a layer that means you don't absorb anything. You don't absorb things unconsciously.
Okay. You might need to teach me that. I'm glad you're home.
I have 44.
Yeah.
Let's find Brienne.
I do know magic, so you can potentially
You know magic?
So you can. Yeah.
Since when?
Turns out I had a spark. Turns out I had a druidic. I had a sorcerer's spark.
That was born in the gears, technically, but yeah.
Yeah. Plus the strange tone that made me like this means that I can access the same tone.
What strange tone?
Of course, Pietro would play the same tone and
You sing it?
well, yeah, and of course, an element of precipitation happens.
You see her body ripple with the vibrations. What? That's incredible. That felt so strange. And you hear Brienne scream from the kitchen. In the kitchen, Talion, you have helped Brienne find some cookies or something. And then there's and you're trying to hit steak and some milk, and you're trying to get her to calm down and talk and eat. Yeah. And then there's this strange vibration that passes through your body. And the cookie sprouts little arms and legs. And Brienne screams.
Do they all? Is it only one cookie or are there multiple? Let's start with that.
When Pietro quickly hears that, Pietro will quickly.
Yeah, she'd follow in too, just wanting to. That's not good.
Yeah, there's there are animated cookies climbing out of the cookie jar and running all over the kitchen.
Oh God.
At first Brienne is shocked, and then she begins giggling and starts chasing cookies around the room, trying to catch them.
Yeah.
But you do.
Yeah. Thankfully, how I done this, it should.
I actually don't know what to do here.
Brienne
Gotcha!
grabs one and stuffs it quickly into her mouth. There's a small, like, as she devours the cookie.
Oh God.
It's like, yeah, I sometimes forget how potent the Song of Creation can be at times.
Can I roll an Arcana check to see if I can figure out what the hell is going on?
Sure.
R space D20 plus 2. 11.
Obviously it's some kind of magic. Bardic magic, maybe, given that, it was a vibration that brought them to life.
Can I figure out if any of this is going to be dangerous for her to consume?
No.
Oh God.
Okay.
Would I still be able to get in touch with Pietro and the others mentally right now?
They've come into the room.
Oh.
They're right there.
I'm just gonna look at Pietro. What did you do?
What's happening?
So, it's alright. It's just some of my magic.
Can you undo it?
I don't have counter. I don't know counterspell, but I can dismiss it. Though the effect should only last like an hour.
Sorry,
No.
what? The effect should
Should
what?
only last like an hour.
Gotcha!
Never been able to figure out.
I mean, we can...
You're trying to figure out if they'll wear out. They'll. I mean, she's.
No.
I mean, this we could turn.
What do you think will happen first? The spell wears off, or she eats them all?
But, like, not...
She probably eats them all.
Jeez.
Though, would I need to roll a con to see if anything strange happens? Because
Stranger than living cookies?
Yeah.
something that's being brought, that's been magically created through Song of Creation.
So you want to roll
But
that
the family have there's origin,
Could the family have what?
a sorcerer's origin.
Remember, your sorcerer's origin was Clockwork Soul, because you were literally created in the gears, right?
Fair enough. All right, fair enough.
But yeah, this magic is all you. But anyway, it's chaos. Your wife begins giggling along with your daughter.
You don't like it?
This is incredible. You did this?
Yeah. Ever since I awoke.
Amazing. Can you teach me?
I believe you know instinctually. Something. Try it out.
So she tries to sing the same note that you did, and once again you all feel a strange vibration running through the room. But nothing. Sorry?
Nothing.
This time nothing seems to happen. It's not working for me. I think maybe I just need practice.
Yeah. I do sometimes forget that a part of my skill set seems to be practiced than anything else.
Yvette,
Yes.
you're suddenly aware of a lump in your throat.
One second, please.
You cough, and a marble comes out of your mouth and rolls across the floor.
Oh, how embarrassing.
Yvette, are you? And I'm imagining we hear the clink, clink, clink of something coming on the floor.
As I said, I need a second, and she just rushes off to the bathroom.
Nothing else comes up. There's just one marble. Did I?
I believe that was from you.
What? Oh.
It's on.
Oh, yay.
That's so weird.
Yeah, it took me a while to figure out what it does do. Do you know? Didn't know just producing a note can just do this kind of weird stuff.
Bian picks up a broom in the corner of the room and brings it over. Daddy, make it dance!
Sure. Try produces a note. Let's see what happens.
And the broom comes to life as you use animated performance on it.
All right.
Nice.
Thanks.
It's like, huh. That's not like the other one. It's more like.
Anyway.
Yeah. Never fully had an experience. First time I ever used that.
Well, suddenly, the woman turns to the party and says, "Thank you so much for bringing my husband home. This has been so wonderful. We've got a lot of catching up to do. So, again, thank you for bringing him home."
Of course.
Is there anything I could do for you? Show you our gratitude? Have a cookie, she says, grabbing one that like flails its little arms and legs as she passes it to you.
Oh, thanks. I'm good.
Actually, Pietro, we should probably get to the bottom of what happened here that caused this all in the first place.
Yeah, but
What do you mean? You're not taking him away from me again, are you?
We still have some more work to do, ma'am.
No.
But I can assure you, once we're done, you and your husband will have all the time in the world together.
Daddy has to stay.
If it's alright with you guys, do you mind if I stay here for a bit and help sell things?
Help sell things? What?
I don't know, you know what I mean, like, you know what they mean. You know what I mean, like.
No, I don't know what you mean, which is why I said.
Why are you selling things? What things are you selling?
Settling.
I don't know how.
Oh, selling things. I thought you said selling. I was gonna
I
be
thought
like,
you said
what are you?
sell things
What
too.
wares are you? What wares are you trading, merchant?
Sorry?
Settling.
Aha. So yeah, catch up. Reestablish. Yeah.
Yes,
Reestablish the family dynamic.
Yeah, because after all, this would mean Pietro can come back and has somewhere to call home and a family.
Yep.
I suppose nobody can blame you for that, Pietro.
Yeah.
Now you could, in theory, turn into two small Pietros, leave one of them here, and have the other still go with the party.
So I'm gonna do that.
You what?
I'm gonna give the kid some gold and tell her to buy herself something.
He's gonna give Brienne 500 gold to say use it.
She sounds like she's like, what, 6?
Yeah, something like that.
You think they got like the concept of money in their brain?
The mother says, "That's very generous of you, but that's far too much. Especially for a little girl."
It's just for her, but I don't know how well y'all can hold that right now.
It's just for her butt?
It's not.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Bro,
Hey.
bro.
It's just for her butt.
Anyway,
500 is a hell of a lot of money.
Why are you giving it to? Just give it to the whole family. That could improve their lives drastically. She's just gonna go on a money spending spree and just get a bunch of candy, and then that's not gonna do anything.
Will you look in chat?
Oh yeah, I can definitely see that. But yeah,
It's not just for her. I just don't know how well they can hold that. I don't know what that means.
The goal.
basically.
They, as far as I understand, they absorb almost anything they touch, right?
Oh, I see. So you're giving it to the girl because the girl can actually carry it.
Without.
I think the mother would be able to as well, because unless the coins are organic matter, they're not going anywhere.
Yeah, they're not gonna.
Yeah.
They might clean them, but yeah, the gold won't be digested.
Although I would imagine as soon as you try and put the coin thing in her hand, it immediately slunks through because that is a practice skill.
And if it's a canvas bag, then she might digest that. But yeah, they can figure it out. So you're leaving a gold. Is this basically a bribe to say we're gonna take Pietro for now, but you can have him back later?
No, it's me playing off of my Robin Hood theme.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Though, if necessary, I do know a way of being able to travel with you and catch up.
Okay.
Out of character, all I'm thinking about right now is Shadow Clone Jutsu.
Yeah, and Pietro basically splits off into two smaller.
That works.
Okay. So we're gonna now.
I imagine the clone is basically.
Go on.
That the small one is basically about the same size as the daughter.
I think the daughter might be a little taller than you, actually.
And yeah, but a little shorter than the daughter.
Little daddy.
Yeah. Right. You guys continue on down to the bottom. I'll catch up with.
Well,
I'll catch up with
one of your small ones can follow. Can go with the party, right?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like. Yeah, it's like you're in. You follow with them, and they should. We'll rendezvous back here.
Okay.
And it's like, got it.
As you're leaving, your wife holds hands with your diminutive clone, and the two of them balance out. Like she becomes slightly shorter, and the other you becomes slightly taller.
Huh. I didn't know I could do that.
They're equals. Anyway.
Anyway.
So, small Pietro and the rest of the party continue towards, heading to Dante's little haunted corner of the lower city. And
I'll be right back.
okay. Is there anything else you want to do on the way? Any place you want to check in at, or NPCs you want to visit?
Not that I can think of. No, I mean,
I'd
I'd personally like to get going on the engine parts.
Yeah.
I get there's like a new vampire that may be being introduced, but that's not gonna matter if we're gonna be able to, you know, blast him away.
True.
Well, you know, with the solar engine. So it's better to focus on our plan for now, rather than worry about something that, you know, will be a bit of an afterthought once we're done with our main plan.
Yeah. Of course, the one that went with the party has the wrench, so you know can cast spells.
Yeah.
The armor.
Yes. Okay. Ooh, that's an idea. Okay, so you get down to the area that is in a hell of a state, and there are signs outside saying warning, danger, that the place is structurally unsound. There does seem to be plenty of fallen rubble and detritus around, which would certainly make it seem true. But
I'm back, by the way.
fantastic. There's even one sign that says warning haunted.
I think they over-exaggerated a bit for some of these.
Yeah, that for show or?
If they're putting up this many signs, then clearly they don't know what they're doing.
Is this the point where Dante turns around and says, "Dude, I'm right here"?
I mean, I'm not sure who put up all these signs, but it seems like they were trying a bit too hard.
Dante, are you with us? You're muted at the moment.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. What was that?
So you guys have made it to the area of the lower spire that you were using as your base of operations. It's surrounded by signs that warn of the place being structurally unsound, and there seem to be plenty of rubble and detritus around that would indicate that that was true. But there's also a couple of signs saying that the place is haunted. Keep out. And Yvette has commented, well, whoever put these signs up clearly didn't know what they were doing.
Yeah.
Alright, get off of King Fang, tell him to wait here, and then proceed to walk deeper into the level.
Ignoring Yvette's passive-aggressive remarks.
I don't think she fully knows who actually put up the signs.
Yeah. Are you following?
Well, I mean, the signs were designed to keep idiots out, so if it does its job, who cares?
Yeah.
I mean, you guys stopped, didn't you?
Oh. Are you following? Are you following? Are you following Dante in, or are you concerned that it may actually be dangerous?
Yeah, I'm not scared.
Pietro follows him.
I'll follow him in.
Okay. As you're heading in, Dante, you noticed something that shouldn't be there. A figure lurking in the darkness. Large.
Can I make out what it looks like?
Do. I mean, it's pretty dark, and you don't have dark vision anymore. So, yeah, you just notice something large breathing heavily.
Alright, well, I'll just keep walking with a slightly faster stride then.
What do I see? Because after all, I got high.
Can I roll a perception check?
Do you have dark vision?
Yes, I do.
Fantastic. Talion, do you have dark vision?
Yes, I
or...
have dark vision.
Oh,
I know
yes.
Yvette does.
Alright. Roll it.
Right. I'm on that. Okay.
Those of you who have any chance of seeing in the dark, roll perception.
Okay. Let me just double check my modifier. I believe it's a +4.
Nice.
16.
24.
Yeah. Yvette, what do you get?
Where did I leave my character sheet? I'm sorry. I only really pull it up for whenever we do combats.
Okay.
Sorry.
D20 plus 2.
Oh yeah, it's a +2. Now I remember.
Yeah, you remember after I told you, yeah.
Sorry. I totally did that on my own. 17.
Okay. You guys see a strange gargoyle-like figure. And as you approach, it says, Talion, I have a message from our master.
I'm just gonna look at the party. Can you guys give me a minute?
Alright.
I never stopped walking.
Disrespect.
I'm gonna go talk to the gargoyle and see what's up.
Hey, you can't just do that. This is a cutscene.
You have been given power. In exchange, you were required to do something. Why is it not yet done? Do you not remember what your mission is?
Not at this point in time, no.
Fine. Perhaps it will come to you in time. But remember, we'll be watching. And if you don't provide our master with the expected tithe, well, you'll be dragged before him, kicking and screaming. You do not want to know what punishments he would have in store. And with that, the creature bamfs away. A strong smell of brimstone in his wake.
Yeah, it's just like I thought I was done dealing with demons.
He bounced back quickly to say, devil, and then bounced away.
Yeah, Pierre. Yeah, it's like they really get picky about that distinction, don't they?
They were or are fighting a war over that.
Indeed.
Just throwing that out there.
Well, it's quite funny that the devil literally puffed back in
to correct you.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Talk about being petty.
Chance, I would like to try to figure out what I'm expected to do.
Sure.
Well,
Do you want to roll insight or history to see if it's like a buried memory?
We'll go with history.
Okay. Nice!
Nice.
Okay. Now you remember what the tithe is he's referring to. Souls. You don't necessarily... You're not expected to just kill people, because that wouldn't guarantee that their souls would go to him. You need to make sure that death is somehow dedicated to him. That the soul... Yeah, that he gets more soldiers for his army in the Blood War.
Okay. I can work with that.
Alright. So, are the rest of you chasing after Dante, who's confidently strolling through the darkness like you can see where he's going? Even though he's not? Like he knows his place like the back of his hand?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like, Dante, do you know where you're going?
Of course I know where I'm going. Why wouldn't I?
Well, you don't have some of your old features.
You wouldn't know that. But you do appear to be human. So.
Because can you actually see, or are you just guessing?
Well, I can't see that good, but I'm far from guessing, honestly.
I know these halls.
It'd be kind of stupid for me to walk this path as much as I have and not remember my way back.
Yeah. Alright. What does Yvette think of all of this?
To the whole demon thing?
Devil.
Right? Oh, devil.
And the fact that you're walking around a condemned area of the spire,
Talia's just gonna start correcting people.
Honestly, if it were anybody else, they'd feel a sense of unease. Yeah, but it's like a dusty
fine.
old room.
It's Tuesday. It's fine.
I mean, like she's undead. I mean, I'm pretty sure she's used to those kinds of environments.
Plus, also, we attract crazy at this point.
Mm-hmm. There are some other small vermin-like creatures scurrying around in the darkness, but they're not bothering anybody.
It's good.
Anyway, when eventually, well, not that eventually, pretty soon, you get to Dante's actual hideout.
It seems to be a rundown, boarded-up building.
Mm-hmm.
The door itself is even, like, barricaded.
Mm-hmm.
So, what? You want me to go under and unlock the door, or...?
It's fine.
Don't think that
He sort of waves you off as he, like, begins to, like, slide his hand down the side of where the barricade is. You see, like, a little indication, and then it starts to glow, and the barricade sort of just slides out the way.
Very cool.
Nice.
Is that weird scribble language I've seen before?
Something like that. The data called it biometrics. I mean, I'm not one of the little scurry bug guys, but I thought, mess around with it enough I could cheese it. And so I did.
I can
right. Well, that kind of thing.
Alright.
So just like how most of them respond to a Crewfix touch, this one responds to mine.
I'm assuming the interior is a well-organized mechanics workshop, right?
Yep, with like various scrap piles and stuff like strewn around, tables full with like random objects.
Cool.
Pietro pulls on the protective layer because, don't want to, accidentally destroy some of your shit.
And some of the little bits of machinery that are lying around look a little familiar.
Robin, do you still have that map?
Robin, you realize, is not with you anymore. He has disappeared. You haven't seen him since you were here at the house. With your family.
Pietro looking. Ah, shit. Can I roll history to see if
Yep, if you
Pietro
recognize.
remember?
Yup. Yup.
I think I'm getting rather good at being able to improv.
Come on. Roll it.
Especially when mistake things happens. Yeah.
Roll it.
Yeah.
Oh. No. You thought you recognized it, but it's just weird bits of tech. Maybe you saw it in Geppetto's place. You can't put your finger on it.
Excellent. Bloody shallow brain.
Oh yeah, he's going to place that the automaton he found on a table before he heads back behind the partition.
Yeah, of course, Pietro, smacks head out of frustration and, it bounces back and forth like one of the punching bags for a moment before steadying the head.
I imagine with you being, an ooze, that you could slap yourself in the head, and your head like fall back into your torso, and another head like bloop out of your chest to replace it.
It's like blink.
Anyway. So, Dante's disappeared behind a partition, leaving something on the worktop.
You also want to hear him say, "Don't touch anything."
Yeah.
Like, duly noted.
So who's going to immediately start touching shit? Is it going to be Yvette? Is it going to be Italian?
I'm not touching that.
I'm sorry.
I'll do it.
What happens when he touches it, Dante?
I mean, depends on what he touches.
The thing you left on the partition. Or table,
On the
sorry.
table.
Oh, that was just a random automaton I found while we were digging out trash.
Yeah. It looks like it has a. It's damaged. You can see its working innards, but you can also see a fairly realistic layer of skin-like substance on the exterior of it. Clearly, whatever it was designed to look like a humanoid.
I guess it'll take like 5-10 minutes.
Taking a shit?
No, getting dressed.
Oh, okay. So anyway, what do you make? What do you guys make of the automaton, the android?
Like, is this what? So is this what the Zangonites thought I was basically designed to be?
It's a similar design. For those of you who remember who she was, it's a similar design to Penny.
Then yeah, wouldn't Pietro? No, yeah, then I'm gonna roll history because Pietro. What's some of that new Penelope?
Old Penelope, possibly earlier.
9.
9. Yeah.
9.
You don't remember anything specific from Geppetto and Penny. You just notice the similarities.
Yeah. Well, I don't know why, but it looks like a machine trying to recreate a person.
Mm-hmm.
Can't exactly place it, but
Yvette,
looks early.
Yeah.
what do you think of this synthetic person that looks like a meal but doesn't have blood?
It looks kind of freaky, you know?
But then we all are a level of freaky.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, like, you know, it's weird. That's all. Like, I want to eat it, but I can't.
Especially since you can see the mechanical interior of it as well.
Yeah.
Parts of the external synthetic flesh have been ripped off.
Yeah.
Is that you talking or the vampire talking?
They are the vampire.
Fair enough.
But anyway. So the rest, you just sway back and forth, looking around, trying not to touch anything while you're waiting for Dante to reemerge.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, Pietro basically balancing a little ball of the slime on one of the fingers. You know, not bouncing, just
That's cheating. It's
I'm
part of
saying.
you.
Yeah.
Thalian's gonna find somewhere to meditate.
All right, she's just gonna pop a squat in the middle of the floor.
Okay.
Unless you want to sit on like a stool or something.
No, it doesn't really matter. Just somewhere to meditate.
Okay. Cool beans. Dante, when you come back out.
Yep.
You're wearing a new outfit, yeah?
Yep.
What do you look like now?
Basically, it looks similar to like a uniform, like one of the ones that the blue coats wears, but it's like more tailored to be darker.
Darker blue?
Yeah, darker shade of blue.
It's like, yeah, Piet's like, you used to be part of the Blue Coats?
No, but people ask less questions when you dress like this. You know, unless they're actually blue coats who realize that it's not the right uniform, but most people aren't that smart.
Fair enough.
Only thing that's sort of out of place on his outfit is obviously a bag he has on his side and some goggles he's wearing.
Nice. Classic steampunk goggles.
So where did you find that old thing? Like, gesturing towards the automaton head.
Not the head.
The bot. It's a
full body.
I have no idea.
Didn't you find
Pietro, you would know. You were literally there when I dug it up.
Yeah, this is true. They dug it up in the down in the bottom when they were excavating the engine.
Oh, right.
Yeah, he doesn't know why he has it. He just knows he has it. It's not like he's going to throw it away or anything.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really know. It seems rather similar to someone we know, but for some reason I can't put my finger on it.
You remember Penny? You just don't remember. You don't know any specifics about the connection.
Yeah, it seems similar to Penny, but somehow different.
Am I supposed to know what a penny is?
It's a small copper coin.
Might just say copper.
As someone who joined in late, this is out of character. Someone who joined in late, I actually have no idea who Penny is.
I mean, I know who Penny is, but this character would not know who Penny is.
And yeah, Pietro would explain like, oh, she was the daughter of an inventor called Geppetto.
Wait, why does the robot remind you of Geppetto's daughter?
Well, she was a similar victim to Yvette.
I know that, Penny.
And in grief, Geppetto remade her. And, well, don't know why, but this seems
similar.
This seems similar, but at the same time off.
Well, wait a minute. So are you telling me Geppetto's daughter died?
Yep.
That's weird. I could have sworn I just saw her the other week. Yeah. Yeah, I dropped off something to that old man a while back. He wanted me to do a scrap run for him.
Must have been a little while back, because, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because your memories of that would be from before.
Hmm. Do you hear about? Then yeah, how best to put it? Then did you hear of Geppetto talking about a strange project?
It might be that he actually met the real Penelope before she died.
Hmm. Well, what do you know of Penelope then? If you mind me asking.
I mean, outside of her just being Geppetto's daughter, not much. I mean, it's not like we talked. I only did jobs for her dad. There's no point of really conversating with a client.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Out of character, just a question. You would either remember her as a bit of a cold bitch who was always like frustrated with her father's work, or as a cute like little baby doll of a girl. And which memory you have would depend on which version you've met.
Alright, so just out of curiosity, how long did this whole revolutionary thing start from the beginning of the... Cause I feel like I might actually know the doll and not the physical penny.
Okay, then if you know her as cute and adorable, then you only met the doll.
So yeah, I guess I'll just remark on it's like, I mean, I don't really talk to her. She seemed nice enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. Grief does things to people.
Yes, it does. Anyway.
I wonder how he's taking now.
Wonder how what?
I wonder how Geppetto's taking her death now. It's been a while since I talked.
You've just fuck that! I'll take he's dead.
He's dead. She just interrupts him before he's able to finish that question.
Wait, Geppetto's dead too?
He died. We tried to pull him out. We got raided by when we were still doing that stupid rebellion thing that never would have worked.
And yet now
we were being attacked. We were being attacked by vampires. I tried to pull him out, but he was too stubborn, and you know he was being quite frankly dumb. And he wouldn't hide, so I left him there, or else it would have been both of us. And he got killed.
Yeah, Pietro's like, well, excuse us if Miss I rule the spire now.
Mm-hmm.
It's clearly better that way.
Oh, that's not good. That's not good. That's not good. And he's gonna walk over to one of his like tables and look for. There it is. He's gonna grab a book. He's like, damn it. Well, it's one client down.
Oh no.
I take it he went to you for parts?
More than that.
Yeah, well, people in the Spire hire me for a bunch of different jobs. He was one of my more active clients.
Hmm.
Him and that weirdo on the other level. I forget his name. Blaster or something like that?
Marlowe?
No.
Bernie.
He was really weird when it came to, like, fire.
Bernie.
Yeah, that's it. I'll say are two of my best customers.
I imagine that the other voice speaks up like, you rang?
Fire.
I'm sorry, what?
Do you want to explain to him that you absorbed Bernie?
Yeah, basically. That's what I mean, like, basically Pietro... Upon your eyes, Pietro shapeshifts into someone else and voice rapidly changes weirdly to somebody you probably recognized. So, you rang?
Fire hurts us now. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, my appearance is a bit of a long story.
Alright, what the hell did I miss?
Has anybody given him the memory core so we can find out?
I believe he took it.
Alright.
We get Pietro handed over to him, and he needs to replay the memory.
You gonna remind him of that?
Yeah, it's like, one moment. And, switches back to Pietro, because
no, I run out.
I believe you said you had something that can play that in here. Play that memory core.
Oh, right, the terminal. I'll be right back. I think I have something here. I don't know if it's safe to eat, but something.
Safe to eat?
Points to like a little thing in the corner. Like a little pack. It's like, have at it if you're hungry, I guess.
I'm alright.
Is there anybody else?
I can help you look. I can help you look if you want. I at least know what a terminal looks like, so.
I got this.
Alright. So,
He's kind of head towards the back, and there's like another door. He just goes in there.
Alright. So, well, I guess Talion and Yvette are just playing tiddlywinks while this is happening.
I'm still just meditating.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think this is Yvette's area of expertise.
You're gonna throw some washes into a jar. Alright.
And I say like, what, another 10 minutes after he watches that?
So, Pietro, what do you want to do while you're waiting for Dante to re-emerge?
Probably practice.
Yvette looks bored.
Maybe doing.
Talion is meditating.
Do you wanna catch a ball or something, Yvette?
Are you gonna turn some of yourself into a ball?
If you're going to throw some of you at me, I would rather not.
I'd suggest something.
What?
For some reason, the idea of you watching a video for yourself, Dante, reminds me of the "Hello, I'm You" video from Total Recall.
Yeah, same thing I was thinking.
But anyway. So.
Okay, who's the dude that got horny?
I'm sorry, what?
The penny?
Oh, you've just seen the GIF, huh?
Yeah.
If that makes you horny, that's not on me.
Whoa!
Just noticed the thing and said something. Anyway.
I mean, I'm just saying, Penny is fairly attractive, so it's understandable at least.
Yeah, of course she is.
I don't know how that would make anybody horny. That's supposed to be shown on like daylight TV.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Anyway, moving on.
Yep. So I guess like after while I emerge, it's like, okay, all right. So from what I gather, you guys are looking for the pieces.
Yep. We're after the parts of the engine.
Okay, that seems easy enough.
Yvette?
Yeah, she'd nod and agree with that. Sorry.
Okay.
Though, how best are we gonna help you out, Yvette, with this? Because this, if we turn it on, it would hurt a lot.
That's if you survive.
I'm still trying to.
Pietro, you hear a voice in your head. This time, Sludge. You know, we're unaffected by the sun. Obviously, being hit with it directly would still hurt, but a layer of us over the vampire skin would at least prevent them from dying from the radiant energy.
Yeah, I would imagine Pietro, having a one-sided conversation of, it's like, do you really think that's a smart idea, putting a layer of myself over her? 'Cause I imagine she wouldn't find that very pleasant.
What do you think? You'd overhear that, Yvette.
You are not covering me in oil.
Wouldn't need
Pietro's like,
wouldn't need to permanently cover her, but if she had a symbiotic piece of us inside her, when the time comes, we could come out and protect her.
Not sure how myself would interact with vampiric flesh.
Only one way to find out, right?
And of course, Yvette would probably overhear that.
Not sure how I would interact with vampiric flesh.
Yeah. Oh my god, there's so many ways you could take that statement.
Right now.
Don't you dare fucking eat me!
Like, Sludge is suggesting things and... and I'm fairly certain you wouldn't like the idea of me putting a tendril of myself in you?
What the? Pietro! You have a wife.
It's like, why are you talking... I'm gonna go ahead and insight.
Pietro, I know you liked me, but I didn't think it was like that.
Can I enter you?
Yeah. Yeah, why are you
I thought you were just being unironic, but now I can't take this any other way but an innuendo.
Yeah, Pietro's like, what are you talking about? It's like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell, not like that!
You said sticking a tendril inside of me. What am I supposed to take that as, Pietro?
I don't know, I just said it as a neutral statement!
Oh, what do you mean? How can you think that as a neutral statement? Word that to me, Pietro.
On second thought.
How was I supposed to hear that?
Perhaps we can just absorb this idiot and replace them.
It's like Sludge, I am not eating allies.
Oh, great. It's Sludge telling you to fuck me.
Okay, now you're the one that just making it weird.
You started this. Now you're paying the price.
Talian's gonna stop meditating and just bust out laughing in the background.
But hey, at least
if you don't want to.
Hey, at least I'm more thinking about trying to help, but not trying to, not trying to be stupid.
You have the perfect excuse here. You don't have to hurt your friends. You can let me do it.
Sludge, I am not giving you free reign.
Of course not.
How many times do we have to deal with them? I'm getting sick of having to put him back in his place. Why can't we just kill him permanently?
I'm just saying you've got the perfect excuse. If you heard any of them, you could always blame it on me.
Yeah, well. He's like, yeah, I'm ignoring you.
Sure. I'm always here if you need me. And
yeah, Pietro's like, sorry about that. Can't exactly control when
Thanks for the laugh.
that pop up.
an image of you grabbing a nearby stool and plunging one of the stool legs through Yvette's chest flickers into your mind.
Like the
Pietro, can you quit staring? It's not helping your position.
Stop looking at my chest! You married!
It's not backing up anything you've been saying so far.
that
In fact, it's making things worse. As a matter of fact,
moment where it looks bewildered. It's like, are you putting shit in my head, sludge? Now?
Oh, come on!
It's,
Enough with the fucking excuses, Pietro.
it's our head. We both have the same head.
Listen, I'm going insane excuse can only get you so far. I will just say that.
I'm not trying. I'm not doing this intentionally.
Hey, if you really want to be insane, there's a part of me and your wife now, too.
No, stop!
Out of character.
I'm the only one imagining this is like a situation of basically sludge talking through the red markings.
Yeah, basically.
It's like, oh great, now I gotta figure out a way how to shut him up that way too.
Well,
Live and learn. Out of character.
yes.
What if there are pieces of him in the others?
What if there...
Stop!
Yes.
Stop! I don't want Pietro inside me, please.
It wouldn't... What if it's just sludge? No Pietro at all?
I don't want that either. That's that sounds even worse.
You don't like the idea of having sludge inside you? That's fair.
No, I don't. It feels like he'd do nasty things.
Sludgy things.
Ugh.
Why is this so funny though?
No! Stop making those noises! Pietro!
Anyway, as Yvette goes crazy...
Stop it! She's just gonna find something, something non-organic to beat him over the head with. Because honestly, at this point, he kind of deserves it.
you grab the nearest thing, which turns out to be a prosthetic limb.
Yeah, just starts beating him over the head with it.
And of course, it basically sinks into the body, and then Pietro has to pull it back out.
Oh, you could just, bloop out of the way of it every swing.
Yeah, or even like.
I'll make an attack roll.
All right, go on then. See if you can hit Slime Boy.
Would you say that am I wearing the armor, or is my armor class like 10?
Your personal AC would be 12.
Got ya.
Oh, actually, you know what? A reckless attack. Because I'm not. Oh, oops.
200.
Ignore
A
that.
D202? Really?
Oh, it was a typo.
That's a really low roll for a 202.
The first roll was
17 counts, yeah. So,
What?
big slap.
So it would be 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yeah. From the big slap.
Would you basically kick them with a prosthetic foot?
No, it's a. I imagine it's a hand, you know, because she's like
fair.
beating him over the head with it.
Yeah, it's like, ow!
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, actually, Pietro wouldn't react to pain,
Yeah, but what would be funny is if, like, the side of your face has the indentation of the hand for a moment and then pops back out again.
Yeah, Pietro's like, really?
Yes, really.
I challenge you to a duel.
Yeah. Well, does it seem like I'm doing that consciously, or is it?
No.
Or is it more likely someone within?
Oh
No,
my
it's
god!
just instinctive.
Pietro.
It's just your instinctive response to reshape.
Oh, so it's
What?
it's your instinctive response to just say that out loud.
No. I was joking.
Like you could have at least been
bit,
subtle about it.
The bit that's responsive, that's automatic, is his flesh reforming after you've slapped him. The challenge you to a duel was just popped into my head because I thought it was funny. Anyway.
Oh, okay. Like, do you have anything to say for yourself, Pietro? Actually, you know what? No, I don't want to even hear it, because you're just gonna come up with the, it's not me, it's Sludge doing it.
I'm honestly sorry, alright? I don't know why he's acting up right at the moment.
You could have said anything except for, like, sticking your tentacles inside of me, and things would have been alright, and I would have maybe not have taken it as far as it did. But you said it anyway, and look where we are.
One of the red skull faces in his skin starts to swell and actually kind of forms a second red head next to Pietro and says, "He actually said tendril, not tentacle, and it's
that
not."
doesn't make it any better. You just slapped them again, specifically aiming for the skull.
Aiming for the red
Yeah,
head.
Pietro.
Yeah.
Jess was it's like, see? I'm fucking crazy.
I don't know. The fact that you're responding to the voice in your head begs to differ.
Well, it's not
21.
it's not just in his head anymore. It's like a second head that's talking, and you can all hear it.
That's a 21. It's a slap.
You know, this would be a lot easier if we could talk reasonably as adults instead of slapping each other like children.
You want to talk about a? All right.
I can hit you like an adult.
Mm-hmm.
All right. How do you describe that eloquently? What you were just
What I was suggesting is that we put a small piece of either me or Pietro or a combination of the two, it doesn't matter which, into your body so that when the sunbeam gets turned on, we can protect you from it by forming a layer over your skin. That's all.
I'm not sure if I believe that.
I would have
for 2
thought
reasons.
you'd be grateful for the assistance.
I think you just. I genuinely don't know if you either A, want to help me, B, want to kill me, or C, you just want to be inside of me.
Do you want to roll an insight, mate?
I'm confused.
Let me
Can
be
I
frank.
Can I just hit the redhead with an Eldritch Blast?
Okay, are you gonna let him finish what he was gonna say first? Or you're just gonna Eldritch Blast?
That's a 5. No, just let him say what he has to say, please.
No.
It's funny.
Alright, Talion, go ahead and roll to hit with your
Well,
Eldritch
I mean,
Blast.
I'm not saying that in character, but, you know what I mean. That's the insight, by the way.
Okay, the 5. Talion, you have... Yeah, you still don't trust him. You have 2 blasts, at least, I think. Spell Eldritch. 3. You have 3. Yeah, but it's a cantrip. You're a level...
Oh!
It's your total level.
Okay.
So you have 3.
So... RR, right?
So yeah, exclamation RR. You've already rolled 1, so just 2 more. So space 2, space D20 plus 7.
2. So 2 5s from the previous thing.
What?
Both hit.
Yeah, the 16, 18, and 16 all hits. And so that's a total of 3d10.
Oh god, this is... Do you actually want me to roll the damage right now?
Yeah, roll the damage. Do it.
Hey, you guys are lashing out.
They're specifically targeting
I'm
sludge.
specifically targeting the redhead.
The redhead, yes.
And after that I tell him to shut up and go away.
He opens his mouth to speak, then closes it, rolls the eye...
Empty spaces.
Yeah, the eye locations, and slops back into Pietro.
Fucking pervert.
Hey, over there, PA.
You're like, and you had to attack me. Why?
Please explain to them. It's in their best interest.
First of all, I wasn't attacking you, I was attacking Sludge. Second of all, it seemed like the only way to get him to shut up.
Which is part of me.
I thought we had him dealt with. Why is he still here?
Unfortunately, when I had to resolve my memories when I was eaten that time, he basically catched a ride.
Oh, why won't he just die already?
Unfortunately, if I try and scrape out everything I can, it means I basically forget big chunks of my own memory.
A red arm comes out, flips you the bird, and retreats back in.
Really, fuck me. Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah, Pierre's just like, okay, that is not good. Yeah, because you've seen that Sludge has got a bit more control of the form than the previously known.
Yeah.
We'll figure it a different way. I'm not gonna have a piece of him inside of me. No, that's not happening.
Yeah, I thought it wasn't the greatest idea either.
That was fun.
I don't... I want to go back to my manor and get plastered. No, that was too much.
How you doing back there, Italian? No, Italian.
Dante.
Dante.
Dante's muted at the moment.
I'm just thankful. I'm just thankful at the moment that I don't feel pain.
Oh, come on, it was just a scratch.
Consider yourself lucky after all that. And that was,
Dante, how do you feel about some of your equipment being used as an improvised weapon?
I'm pretty sure most likely he was just hitting him with like something that was just sitting out on the table, so I don't care.
Fair.
Yeah, probably while you're watching your memories, you hear slaps, plow, plow, plow.
Yeah, basically the three.
That doesn't help.
The three Stooges are taking place in the other room. Anyway,
that just makes me think of just something. That just makes me think of something else. All right, man.
Out of character, because I didn't get a chance to say it in character. And actually, nobody got a high enough insight, did they?
No.
Yeah.
Did I
No.
insight?
I don't think you did.
What was I meant to roll insight on?
Whether or not you could, Sludgy's intentions with putting a piece of themselves inside Yvette was truly purely out of the Yvette's best interests, or if he had an agenda of his own.
I have absolutely no clue.
Mm-hmm.
Series of events following up did not help things.
I don't know.
Especially with how Pietro worded some things.
Yeah, that's the thing. It was Pietro's wording that got you really sus, not mine. Anyway. Sigh.
Okay. Oh, don't shoot the messenger.
I didn't. I shot the one that was trying to get the message sent.
Yes. And interrupted the message that he was trying to clearly express. Anyway!
Anyway, yeah. Does Yvette want to do a roll?
A roll for what?
They already did. They got really shit.
Yeah, I got a 5. That's...
Yeah. So you're all still deeply suspicious.
Yeah.
That you do not trust Sludge at all.
I mean, it's pretty reasonable considering, our experiences
What they've been
with
through,
him.
yeah.
I was gonna say.
What do you think? It's like, what do you think I make sure to keep him where I can see him? If he disappears into one of my copies, he can become a new problem again.
Make another insight check on that. Anybody?
Sure, why not? I'll do it.
Chances are there's a little bit of him in every single one of your copies.
No! I don't really care about this much anyway.
Yeah.
I'm a little flustered.
Then then Pietro's like, "Oh, I'm being a complete fucking idiot."
Talion also, like, if you have copies and they're the same, then why wouldn't there be more of... Why wouldn't each one also have some of him in as well?
Dun dun dun.
Sludge is already everywhere.
Gosh.
Great.
Yeah, Pietro's like, shit.
And Pietro, you'd also recall that a while back you did find out that there were... Well, you found out from Sludge the possibility of putting drips into people, which implies that's already also happened.
Done.
And I think I know what the slippery fucker did when we took on the head of the blue coats.
Hello.
You want to elaborate?
Sludge stuck a tendril in the head of the guard.
Oh, tendril. Drip. Say drip, it's better.
Drip.
Why? Oh my God, Pietrov. Listen, I don't. I hope it was consensual at the least.
Fucking hell. I knew he was gonna go with it.
I don't know. You said tendril, you're saying drip, no.
I've never said tendril, you said tendril.
It sounds sexual, alright?
It's a drip.
Anyway.
It does not help.
It's a tiny
I don't know,
piece.
I didn't go sexual.
Yeah, I don't know why he considers tendrils to be sexual, but maybe he's just watched too much hentai. But
Yes, that's why.
I haven't even touched hentai.
I'm not talking about you, I'm talking about Yvette.
Well, I mean, it makes sense.
It makes sense.
No, I mean, I don't mean it makes sense in that way. I mean, it's like it's.
See, when I think of a tendril, I think more like the root of a plant. You know, like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
What you're thinking about are...
Okay, fine. Maybe my head was going to the wrong place.
Yes.
And also the fact that
Consistently.
Either way,
Pietro
it still sounded like that.
and also when Pietro was staring at you, it's more the blank expression. You're the one that's assuming he's staring at your chest.
Well, when you were imagining putting a stake through it, I imagine that.
Yeah, I mean, like, that was kind of where you were looking to put the stake through.
Yeah.
It did not help your situation, you know?
Anyway. So while they're arguing about silliness, Dante, do you think by now you would have completed your rebriefing?
Yep.
Right. Come and sort these children out.
Alright. So, again, with all the yelling he's just been hearing since he's been back there, once he gets out, he's going to just sort of chew them out of his workshop.
Alright.
Imitate.
Just like, alright. We're not getting anywhere.
Dante, do you say I revoke my invitation by any chance?
Oh!
Wait a minute, don't do that. Hold on a second.
Yeah, sure. Alright, this has been fun, but I think it's time for you guys to leave.
Wait, what? Ah!
Yvette bodily gets pulled out of the building by a mysterious force and lands outside.
And it's like, yeah, Pietro's like, the fuck was that?
Oh,
We're
man.
home without invitation.
Let me back in.
No.
Don't leave me out here.
Is that a whole thing with vampires or something?
Yes. So yeah, you're just outside this hut. You're not like outside. You're just outside the workshop hut.
I'm the only one who's imagining her just being ragdolled out the door.
that was like, Jazzy. You got Jazzy Jeff outside of the shed.
Jazzy Jeff?
Do you remember Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
Oh yeah, that clip of just getting yanked.
There it is.
Yeah, that one. That's the one. Bodied. So, yeah. Well, Talion's busting the gut laughing.
Yes.
Okay.
Utterly bewildered. Well, going outside because
So anyway, back out into the darkness of the derelict section of the spire. Where are you going now?
Well, if you
What do you want to do next?
It's like, so Dante, do you remember seeing any of the other parts?
okay, well, first things first, you won't stop calling me that.
Oh, then
I'm aware that's what he does, but that's not who I am.
Alright, I'm sorry.
Why do you give him a name?
Oh, no, it's fine. My name is Diamante, though, by the way.
Diamante. Gonna take a bit to remember that, but I'll put that to memory.
Yeah. Well, you have all the time in the world to remember it. Hopefully. Anywho, we need to find more of these pieces, apparently, because that's what the other me was trying to do.
Yep.
Yes. Oh wait, no, I'm not even in the same room.
Well, they would have.
No, we're outside having this conversation.
Oh, we're outside. All right.
I kicked you all out, not just you.
But you quite literally threw her out.
Well, it was a mysterious force that threw her out.
Yeah, and Pietro basically followed out because,
Yes.
take a hit.
Mm-hmm. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Anyway. So yes, you're looking for more machine pieces. You got the impression earlier that Robin had already been working with Kruthic to gather some up as well. So
yeah,
you've got help with the project, but the Kruthic are doing it in such a way that the ends justifies the means.
No, they don't.
I feel like the Kruthic are going to become a problem.
yeah.
I'm gonna do some research.
Oh? Like what?
Everything I can learn about the Kruthic.
So, how do you intend to learn everything you can learn about the Kruthic?
The old-fashioned way. Books.
Okay. So, are you suggesting that you go to the public library to read up on the creatures that most of the Spire just think are mindless, animalistic pests?
Fair enough.
Out of character, there is a way to learn about the Kruthics.
I'll have to talk to Robin about it, probably.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll see how it works.
But you could also, in the meantime, you could ask the party what they know.
True. Let's go with that.
Alright, so... What's the deal with these Kruthics, huh? Basically.
Well,
Yeah.
they were here at the same time as the Spire's, basically the Spire's creation. The old crew basically tortured them.
What do you think?
They were Githyanki.
When you say...
Yes, we are.
Can I see if I know anything about the Githyanki?
Yeah, sure, do a history check. You also might be a little bit perplexed at their use of the word crew. Do they mean like an old gang that used to run the Spire or something?
History.
History. 10. Nope.
Nope, nothing. What do you guys mean by crew?
Spire used to be a spaceship.
What?
Great reaction. Love it.
It's a long story.
That time.
Essentially, we don't entirely know what happened prior to landing here, but at some point they got a hold of. At some point they had the Kruthic on board and basically were experimenting on them.
Mm-hmm. And
then something. They crash landed here. Because obviously we had no clue why they crashed.
Do a history check to see what you remember from the other video logs you've watched.
Alright. I'm alright. It's just clicked on something from my copy and paste thing, and it.
Oops. 10. All right, no. No, you don't remember what caused the incident.
Yeah, I got 9.
Is anybody else who was there when the videos were being watched?
Yeah, Yvette was.
Go on then.
Just to recall information. History check.
History check. Yep.
Okay. I think I've got. Oh, my computer crashed.
Oh no.
Oh,
Hold
no.
You really upgrade
I've got
your
a +2, but
it's +3.
let me just
It's
get
plus
this
+3. It's
oh,
+3.
it's a +3.
Plus
Oh
3.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. At some point, you really got to upgrade your equipment.
Yeah, unfortunately, computers are expensive.
Yeah.
Good
They
ones
are.
Good ones.
I can't.
You know what I mean? I'm not trying to be insulting or anything. It's just.
Yep.
Oh.
Oh.
There we go. Okay, back in.
Back it up. Back it in.
Nice.
Okay.
No.
You remember that the Kruthic escaped and were causing havoc aboard the ship, getting their revenge on their would-be torturers, and some of them were even getting. The majority of them were just getting infested.
Hello?
Oh, can you not hear me?
Oh.
I had to reconnect.
Okay.
I'm here now.
All right. So you remember. So I'll start over. So you remember all of it. You remember that the Kruthic managed to escape and were getting revenge on the Githyanki that captured them and were experimenting on them. That they were the Githyanki were experimenting on various things. Had various projects going, including one that he thought the best solution to the problem was to become undead, so they couldn't really kill him.
Yeah.
And he was the first vampire aboard, and the ship crashed because the crew were being either eaten by Kruthic or preyed upon by their own freaking the vampire that was on board.
Yeah.
And it was just a whole clusterfuck. But since then, the ship has been powered down. The vampire tried making more vampires from the local plains tribes to help him fight, but they went, no, we got this power, we're going to rule everybody now. And fuck you, we got power, we're going to use it to be awesome. And we're gonna,
Well, though, didn't they, in some of their research, try and figure out a way to become truly undead rather than vampiric undead?
Yeah, there was some of that too. Yeah.
I was lying, that's why.
All kinds of monkey business. But long and the short of it is that these new vampires didn't want the ship taking off again, so they sabotaged any attempts to get the radiant engine working again for multiple reasons.
Most simple being bright fucking light.
Yeah, sun hurts.
And radiant.
What?
And radiant.
Yes. Yeah, because basically it's a big sunbeam that goes from the top of the ship to one end of the ship to the other, powering it all. So yeah, it's been they've found alternative ways of powering the machines that keep keep things running. You know, that provide basic power and water and stuff like that. But a lot of the major systems are still, to this day, deactivated. Their parts destroyed or disseminated throughout the ship. So if you can find enough of these old parts, I mean, amongst the ruins, and elsewhere on the ship,
We can find it back together.
you can put everything back together,
Do you like that, or
and at the very least get the solar engine back on so that all the vampires will be fried, and best case scenario, you can get the spaceship shipshape again and travel the stars if you wanted to.
Don't know about you, but it almost seems like it would be rather interesting to travel the skies or something. But then again, all I've really known is a spire.
Mm-hmm. Anyway,
But then, if either way, we would need to figure out a way how to keep you safe, Yvette. And it's rather clear Sludge's suggestions were awful.
Perhaps there's some way I can
oh, yeah, works.
find some sort of magic item outside of the spire that might be able to help. Maybe those on the outside know something.
But then how would we stop the spire from basically tear itself apart again?
That's true.
I mean,
you can leave one of the other vampire
families.
families in charge.
I don't. You're right. I can't leave the spire, or else that.
Balance
I
of
need.
power
I
is too
need
delicate.
to be. Yeah, the balance of power is too delicate. I need to be here.
And I can't leave now. I've
Family.
managed to find my family. Can't just abandon them.
I mean, you could just all retire from adventuring and enjoy the fruits of your labors so far, if you wanted to.
Do you feel like we're actually getting anywhere with all of this?
With
Do you
Are
think
you talking in character or out of character?
Yeah, I'm thinking, within character. It's like, or do you think we're kind of biting off way more than we can chew?
Maybe there's some other way to deal with the vampire families that doesn't involve turning on the engine. And perhaps, maybe I can make things work with them around.
Yeah, maybe.
The Sanguinites did it. So can I. As long as I have a way to keep and maintain the power that I already have, keep things prosperous. Maybe they won't lift a finger. Maybe they'll be just content enough to stay, in their place. Although something tells me that sooner or later somebody ambitious is going to try to take up the mantle of the prosperous reign I've instilled.
Someone's not going to be happy, and they're going to do something. But go on. What do you say, Pietro?
Well, I could potentially put my copies to work as something to maintain the spire. We could also put some of them as part of your guard. So, if any family tries to hurt you, you have guards that are capable of harming vampires.
Mm-hmm. Dead flesh is still biomatter.
It is. If I can make myself look especially frightening to the rest of the vampire families through dread and fear, then maybe they won't want to mess with me.
Yeah, but obviously at some point we would need to find some way to venture out to get material, because we can't just stay cooped up in here forever.
Well, technically, okay, each layer of the spire is like a town all to itself. It's huge.
This place is absolutely massive. I don't doubt that you won't be able to find biomatter here. If not within the spire, then probably outside of it, in the plains.
Yeah. There's plenty.
Though that leaves the last kind of piece. What to do with the Kruthic?
What to do with the Kruthic?
I think the defenses we have in place will hold up against them. No doubt the vampire families would be on our side against them.
Vampire
I think.
families? Yes.
Yeah.
Because no doubt they would want to preserve their way of life.
Yep, and Kruthic blood is not as tasty.
True.
I think we can easily keep them in place if we have to. I think that this is a good way we can maintain the delicate balance of power.
Maybe as a way of negotiation, maybe they have free reign down at the bottom of the spire.
That has been...
Haven't they already had that already?
Mm-hmm.
What's it meant to do?
Like we put, I don't know, you put it into some sort of book or something.
Make it law.
I'm not going to make it law. That makes me look weak.
You can't do it because this rule book says you can't. Nah.
So
Unspoken agreement, as it always has been. That they get their half of the spire and we get ours. But luckily their half is nothing but rusted metal and the dregs of society.
And also happens to be Diamante's home and Robin's home. And Diamante, what do you think of all this?
Oh, there we go.
No, he's just listening attentively.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because, yeah, at some point we should eventually try to figure out what to do to reach out to other communities and all that. I mean,
Diplomacy.
it's got to be something at the top.
Got to be something what?
Go to some you need to have equipment.
What?
I'm not sure.
There's got to be something with the equipment.
Got to be something with equipment.
There's got to be something we can do with the
No,
equipment.
probably
With
not.
what equipment?
What equipment? What are you talking about?
All the space stuff and all that.
The
No.
what stuff?
More
No, please.
What's that? of the all the space stuff.
The space stuff.
You know,
Oh, with that.
So you're thinking what? That you'll use like some ray gun of convincing to turn everybody on your side?
no.
No?
Like, off the top of my head, and this is me talking out of character here,
Go on.
what if the sky could be turned into something like a radio tower? Bring radio into D&D.
You want to have a crappy radio DJ, playing music in the elevators and stuff, or
That's and we would need to figure out a way how to offer something that other people don't have.
why?
After all, not talking outside of character here. Talking, mainly out of character here.
Yeah.
The wildlands have television. How is it crazy that somewhere else eventually figured out radio?
Okay, well, in character, you don't know that the Pride Lands have
Yes,
scry vision.
I know, I wouldn't, but you get what I mean by.
So, but why do you want to invent radio? That's the bit I keep getting stuck on.
I don't know, go back into be able to perform and everything.
Just to entertain the masses,
Entertain the masses.
and so that they forget that they're constantly in danger of being eaten by Kruthiks, drained by vampires, or crushed by their own machinery.
I don't know, I thought it off the top of my head.
Yeah, I mean, it's industry. I mean, that's, the whole bread and circuses thing is a valid method of keeping people happy.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. It's like, I don't know. Like, what was, like, Triacha now talking character. It's got to be something we can do got something to do. I mean,
If
what
only
happens
there
with
was
the money run?
If there only was some way we could broadcast propaganda into everybody's homes.
Literally 1984.
Big Brother is watching.
I mean,
I don't think we have to go that deep. Come on, guys. Let's be real here.
You never
I
know.
think we got a pretty good thing going as long as we just make ourselves look very scary and unappealing to attack.
And how would we do that?
Well, I mean, we got a literal
You can't-
army of robots. I don't think anybody's gonna want to.
Yeah, but it can't be all stick. People resent
Right.
a system that is nothing but intimidation.
Yeah, but that's just for the nobility. The people are gonna fucking love us with what we're doing in the Spire.
Oh yeah, what do you have in mind for?
Well, I mean, like, didn't we have that whole big discussion with, we give people jobs and we provide a stable system, in We fixed the problems that the Sanguinites couldn't really wrap their brains around.
How are you gonna do that? How are you going? How are you? What?
Did you forget what we did, like what we went over last session?
Yeah, but the crucial question: where's
Like,
the money gonna come from?
We have money. We have it. We have tons of money. We can throw it at like construction and revamping projects.
Revamping?
To give people jobs. Yeah, we have money.
Okay.
Okay.
I thought we discussed this last session.
I don't
But
remember.
how do we actually get the people on board with this?
Yeah, and what exactly do you have in mind? Like it's
Like,
all one good to say we're gonna create jobs. What jobs are you gonna create
Wait,
and how?
we went over this last session. Like,
I wasn't here last session.
Yeah, exactly.
no, but I thought Anthony at the least would have remembered.
I run 5 games a week. Come on.
I
actually
tried to talk to you. I actually tried to talk to you guys,
Okay.
and no one picked up.
Nobody picked up? What do you mean?
I tried discussing things about the game.
In the RP session. In the RP chat.
And yet,
Yeah.
and yet no one picked up.
Sorry. I do remember that I did say. Let's see what was discussed in the RP chat, shall we? Maybe that gives us a head start.
I was busy. All right. I have college. I'm a busy human being. I don't have time to like sit there and like.
So Pietro said, "So how are we going to tackle the creatures in the spire?" And Diamante said, "I think with some time I might be able to automize some units." And Pietro said, "Me and the other voices are on better terms. My copies are better behaved, so we could use them for the 2 dangerous jobs." So that's, if I remember correctly, that's talking about using the ooze copies to keep all of the pipework clean, the sewage system clear of ghouls and stuff. And Diamante was talking about using the automatons to help police the spire, replacing the knights and the blue cloaks, possibly even providing a police force in the lower levels as well, right? I don't remember what was said about jobs. Because obviously go on.
Alright, I think I remember what we were talking about last session. So Yvette's idea to kind of fix a bunch of the stuff in the Spire because people were revolting and hungry and didn't have jobs. We were going to fund, like construction projects that focus on, making infrastructure better, which would achieve a bunch of things. It'd give people jobs.
So you're going to replace the rickety elevators with better ones?
Yeah, and then we're going to hire people from the Spire to go do it, Cool. And that'll give them money. That'll give them like food on the table. That way they don't have to like worry about like starving to death or anything. It'll give people purpose. And and I think that's kind of what people wanted, Like, I think it was less about, like, the freedom, like a lot of the rebels were, talking about. It's more of just like, well, I can't really live like this anymore, and that's why people were revolting. Now, there's going to be still a few people that are going to be like, oh, well, we need freedom, the government hasn't changed, just the methods. But like the focus with that was to get the majority of people on our side that are like, well, I don't have food, I can't really live, I need help, and we make the vast majority of the people, of the common people, happy, so that way those people that are still saying no, I still want to revolt,
What about-
we're not really going to have any justification or grounds to, and they're just going to get ganged up on other people that don't go along with them.
I like this, but I'm going to throw a wrench in the works and say, what about the people who have difficulty conforming to a work structure?
What do you mean? Like, how are they even in society anyway? That doesn't sound like,
You always have your bottom feeders that just live off of the other.
Well, not just that. I'm talking about mental health issues as well as physical health issues.
That too.
So, for example, those of us who are on this spectrum often have difficulty working in a standard 9-to-5 workplace environment.
Well, I don't know. This is just a start, man. We gotta look at our basic needs before we go into every nitty-gritty little detail.
That's fair.
I think that's the small majority
like I said, I'm
of
just
the population.
just playing devil's advocate, seeing if you have.
Yeah,
a solution.
I get what you're saying, but we need to look at the bigger picture first. Because if we don't, we're just gonna have angry mobs all over the place. Nobody's gonna be happy, and everything's gonna go to shit. And then that's the end of the dynasty.
And am I the only one that sat here thinking there's three crucial details that there's at least two crucial details we at least need to be able to hammer out.
What's that?
One, where are we going to get the material?
We have money!
What material?
For the repairs and
For the repairs, for
buildings
for
and
public works.
Okay. Well, if you're not planning on taking on the ship being able to fly again, you could salvage parts of the ship that have already gone to shit, like this delinquent quarter that you're in right now, to repair, use the salvage to repair and build up other areas. There's
also the outside too.
You could also
expand outwards.
Yeah, you could also enter the plains, try to find some way to work with the wild tribes, so that you don't constantly get raided. And
yeah, I say probably trying to set up like a perimeter around the outside, because I know there's like farms and stuff on the outside, but there's not a whole lot, right?
Most of the
that would solve the food problem.
Yeah, I say we start. We kind of expand a bit of the spire out.
The exterior of the spire does have like flat levels that are currently used for growing crops. The upper levels, it tends to be luxury crops like flowers and stuff. The mid tiers are the majority of the food producers, and the lower levels tend to grow all kinds of shit that's mostly recreational.
Yeah,
I think, and out of anything up past that point, the next crucial question: where are we gonna get the money?
We have money.
I don't know why.
We have have you been?
Well, the thing is, if you run the place, then you can make you can set the value of things and make sure that what you're trying to buy is worth what you've got to pay for it.
Yeah. We've got income too. We've got. I think we've got at least a positive, even if it's only a little, gain of money. And I'm sure the Sanguinites have been the kind of people that just sit on their wealth and spend it on luxury parties or whatever.
And if you are sending people outside to begin mining the surroundings, or possibly turning some of it over to farmland and everything, then the materials that you dig up will provide more value in the system, because you'll be not only digging up dirt and stone that you can use for building, but you'll also be digging up semi-precious and precious stones,
exactly,
metal ores, including gold. Yeah.
There we go.
We can make this work. We just gotta file down the initial stages, and then we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that realistically, that kind of solves the 3 major areas of reconstruction.
Yeah, you just got to make sure that when you're mining, that you don't
Money
undermine
and supply.
that you don't undermine the spire too much in the process, because you don't want the whole freaking spire falling over because you dug too close to the base.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I say maybe we like put Mayans a bit like out there, you know.
We can make it the Leaning Tower of Pisa, we just can't knock it over.
Yeah. I don't know. It's like, what are we thinking? We sit down, hash out the plan, and just
Or you could just leave that.
leave sleeping dogs to leave sleeping dogs lie.
Yvette could probably go up and actually make these changes right now since she is in charge.
You can try. And each of you.
I mean, didn't we already make our announcement as well that we'd be making new jobs? I mean, that was something you mentioned last session.
Yeah.
Like you made me have do a performance role, and I got pretty good.
Yeah, Yvette, I do have one question though.
Yeah.
Because the Kruthig are in the process of rebuilding the solar engine. How are you going to survive it?
Yeah, we're still trying to figure that out, aren't we?
Yeah.
I know.
I mean, I guess the Kruthig, I guess, are kind of a wild factor because I guess maybe they genuinely do want to launch the ship and kind of go somewhere else. Maybe that is a pretty big deal.
Home.
Can I make a suggestion?
Go for it.
Yeah.
Yvette can survive by not being on the ship when it goes off.
I just got this place, and you know what else that would mean too? Everybody else would be losing their homes. Yeah, I imagine turning on the ship and getting it to fly again would cause a lot of destruction.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think we should let it turn on. I think maybe if, at the very least, if we're still planning on taking out the vampires and Yvette has a way to survive the radiant energy turning on, I say we just turn on the engine and we don't let the ship go into orbit or, take off at all.
What? Sabotage?
Can I throw a monkey wrench in that?
Go for it.
Yeah.
Thus far, you've rejected the only way we've actually come up with for you to survive.
Yeah.
Yvette, I mean, that's more of a roleplay kind of thing. I mean, if and also because I don't really trust Sludge too, because he could just kind of hijack Yvette easily. She kind of has to depend on Sludge to not fuck up in order for her to survive. And just judging on the track record with him, it's not great. So that's more of an untrustworthy alternative.
Don't worry, he won't eat your brain and replace it. That's silly.
But so what
also about the role play that happened because of that. It weirded her out.
Yeah.
Well, you were given a solution and turned it down. Now you have to come up with another one.
But they do have a history with a character called Sludge, and it's not good.
Yeah.
I can understand completely why they wouldn't trust him.
Yeah. I think it's reasonable. If it wasn't reasonable, then I would have trusted Sludge. But if it's not reasonable, I'm not going to trust Sludge. I mean, he was a villain for a very good portion of the campaign. I mean, how can we, oh yeah, all is forgiven, we can...
Yeah,
we'll give you just don't fuck it up, Don't do it.
He's mellowed. He understands that he needs flesh to survive.
If anything, I didn't see Sludge as a villain. I see him as that annoying little fucker that keep bugging us.
Dude, he is a villain. Don't underestimate him. That is exactly why I'm not letting him into my head.
Both a villain and an annoying little fucker that won't leave you alone.
You seem as more like an adoring fan type character.
Like, it's like, dude, will you fuck off already? And it's like, make me.
I did.
And basically, yeah. It's like you guys spray him off with a hose. It's like,
You're funny.
It's like lunch.
All right, so yeah, so the party has come to a point where they're discussing what they're going to do next, and it's
Pietro brought up the of.
Sorry?
Why are we with this?
Why do what?
Pietro, this all started with Pietro putting up the question of why are we bothering with this?
Why are you bothering with what?
You know, continue to try and fight whenever we can't, because basically Pietro's putting it in within the logic of whenever we try to fix it, straight up, we end up breaking it.
So
why don't we just pay it better and avoid destroying it further?
So, if I understand you correctly, you're suggesting that you quit while you're ahead, enjoy the life that you've made, and retire.
I mean, I'd certainly like that, but it feels like our retirement would be kind of cut short by,
I don't think we have a retirement.
I know. You get what I mean. Like, solve the most prior problems, but
Well, for
don't keep trying to rock the boat.
At the very least, I'd like to not let I'd like to
Yvette-
prevent anybody from letting the ship take off.
Yvette can't retire. You definitely. I mean, if you're in charge, you're running the place, but that means you're not adventuring anymore.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get it to a point where things are stable and she can just focus on ruling.
Yeah,
than.
But that can be. We can allow that to be an ongoing thing that Yvette, the character, has to deal with. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and
You don't have
also it's partially me just wanting to wrap up the campaign.
Well, that's
too.
what I'm saying. Like, clearly that's what you want. So why don't we let we can we can have that all be epilogue, out of it doesn't have to be the game anymore. That can be like the how there was a period of time where at the end of the movie there would be these written like little bits of such and such went on to do this with their life, and
that makes sense. Yeah, honestly, I think if we were gonna wrap this up as the epilogue, I don't think Yvette would probably just that way if you want to use it in the future as well for any like plot points.
Well, obviously the Spire setting is going to continue, and Yvette is going to be either in charge or one of the powerful vampires that is in charge.
Yeah. I think I'd just focus my efforts for the epilogue. Stopping the Kruthic from turning on the ship. And consolidating power. The vampire nobles. I guess I have no choice but to leave them be. To risk my own being.
Well, that's going to be basically that's going to be the whole political dance of trying to make them happy, making examples of the ones that cause problems.
Outside and come back in again.
That's all that. Robin, sorry.
Yeah.
Robin and the other Kruthics would continue to try and survive and thrive, and that's going to be something that the government of the Spire is gonna have to deal with constantly. There's they're not going to go away anytime soon.
I wonder if your opinion on the wallpaper. Do we want that wallpaper on?
Pietro,
It's on the one that works.
you're gonna try and this Pietro is gonna try and have his family life, but the Pietros in general are just gonna be part of Spire Society also, and occasionally be a problem for the government as well.
I can see Pietro working alongside his other copies to basically become part of the workforce.
Okay, if you manage to do that.
And actually, Pietro would suggest both the idea of
So many issues.
what if we find a way to find a way to use entertainment to help,
Yeah.
keep people happy.
Fantastic. And
Repurpose some of the more advanced technology into something that can be used across different places.
And I imagine Diamante would be able to help you unravel the technology, figure out how it works, and modify it so that it is, so it can be used for communication and education and entertainment, etc.
Yeah.
And Talion, I imagine that you would start a cult.
No. First order of business is getting rid of my old crew.
Rid of your...
sacrificing them to Asmodeus.
Fair. You would also, because you are from outside the Spire, you would also be a great ambassador for communicating between the Spire, the people that are sent out to deal with the Plains tribes. You'd be invaluable for that.
I don't know about you guys, but with you wanting to do the idea of a cult type of thing to, get a hold of souls and everything.
Well, that was my idea.
What if you were able to negotiate with Yvette to basically, those that are distant and all that, you can have them suddenly disappear.
No.
But for you can claim the souls.
The thing is...
You could be Yvette's executioner, but still.
Yeah,
there is that.
probably depend.
The thing is, besides the sacrifices, most of the souls are going to have to be given willingly.
Well, that's the thing.
Die.
Yeah. That's the problem. Is that when a person dies in D&D, their soul usually goes to the halls of the dead, and then from there is sent on to whichever god afterlife that they were dedicated to when they were alive. You need a way to bypass that and make sure they go directly to Asmodeus, or that they have already pledged themselves to Asmodeus when they die, so that they go to him after the halls of the dead. So
yeah.
So that's why I was thinking cult, because if they consider Asmodeus their...
I never said I wasn't starting a cult. I just said I had something more personal to deal with first.
Fair.
Yeah. So I guess this is it.
It probably it feels like this is wrapping up the Spire campaign. In which case, we've got 15 minutes left before the end of the session, so I'll briefly explain the idea we've been throwing around for the next campaign, which is that it's actually set way in the past, during the first age of civilization, called Misra. It's not necessarily one civilization either, it's several different city-states that work together, but they all have a mastery of magic that borders on science and technology.
This is back when the weave was originally intact, right?
basically, this is my world's version of a Netherim sort of situation. Netheril.
Fucked around and found out.
Before what?
Before the wizard fucked around and found out.
The wizard.
Wizard.
Yeah. The in my setting, it's a bit more complicated than that. Well, the thing that powers it, they've figured out how to concentrate magic into a solid form, which nowadays is called life glass. But back then it was everywhere. It was ubiquitous, and it basically made everybody capable of tapping into raw magical power like it was a battery pack.
I don't know, is that way of putting it? Like, like basically within the actual setting thing, was it the kind of the case that with level 10 spells and everything, seriously, what the hell would a basic level 10 spell do?
Pretty much whatever you wanted, providing you had enough people working together. But Dante's gone. In my setting, it's not going to be like I know that in official D&D lore, it was one wizard that tried to become the new god of magic. That's not what happened in my setting. Okay? But there is some big disaster which destroys most of, if not all of, the old Mistran civilization, the first age of civilization. And so you'll be making characters that, to begin with, have, well, because you've got this access to all this magical power, that you rely on entirely, that you'll be basically level 1 but capable of incredible things, because you don't use your own abilities, you use the ubiquitous power that's available to everybody.
Apart from someone like me that basically is a pure martial.
But my point is that you won't have to use your martial prowess until after the fall.
Yeah.
So because of that, you're still relatively weak. In a world where no one needs to fight, you don't have to be that good a fighter to be the best fighter. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I
Go on.
I might just throw my idea for a wizard out the window on this one. Because all magic was lost after the fall for a while.
Well, again, it's not exactly the same. It's not exactly the same. In fact, it's going to be more like a Fallout situation where there are pockets of wild magic.
And there would be a way to recharge spells through killing enemies.
But that was supposed to be something you discover and figure out during the game. But anyway,
obviously, sorry.
But yeah, we can talk more about the fall of Misra during before the next game. In fact, we can do a proper session 0 next week to flesh it out properly. But
yeah, I mean, I've got a character already in mind.
Nice.
I think I sent him to you a while ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we can go over all of that. But
Same here.
What website?
Same here, but all I kind of changed from the backstory aspect is the fact that basically the family didn't go missing, but basically things that life going well, though troubling reports of strange spikes in magic. Hopefully, it's all rumors.
It's going to be the disaster's a bit more than that now. But anyway, Talion, what were you trying to say when?
What website do y'all use to make your character sheets?
I use a tool called Adobe Acrobat Reader and fill out Sorry?
I don't have Adobe installed. That's the thing.
It's free.
It's free?
It's free. and I just use... You can use any PDF editor, really, but I use Adobe Acrobat Reader because it's free, and fill out this editable character sheet. And if you need any help with that, because then let me know.
Do you guys have time to go over some of it right now?
I do not. Sadly, I have to. As soon as the session's over, I've got to go be heading off somewhere else. Sadly. But
okay, maybe we could do it sometime during the week if we all have time.
Well, like I said, we can also do a proper session 0 where we spend the whole 4 hours hashing out the details of what the campaign's going to be, and helping and working on the characters, etc.
Cool beans.
All right.
Sounds good to me.
So, tune in next week for that, and like, subscribe, and click the bell so you get notified when that video is going to go live. And and of course, join our community. There is a link in the description below. Maybe you're interested in even joining that campaign. In the meantime, no matter what role you play, have a good game.
Have a good game.
Have a good game.